Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Rob Cesternino, back to set sail on the Real Love Boat recap, week number 2, and I am back with less than 5-ish people to talk about what the heck happened on the Love Boat this week. We're back here because by popular demand, I'm very proud to say thank you, listeners of the Real Love Boat recap here on Rob's podcast for making this the number 1 Real Love Boat recap on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts, the big 3. And here is part of the big 3, of course, the great Jenny Autumn. Jenny, how are you?
I'm great. I am ready to get into Gibraltar before the altar. So I had
yes,
it delivered. I didn't know what to expect after week 1, and I'm happy. I had a good time with tonight's episode. So
we had a great time, and thanks to everybody who came on the voyage here with us and back with us to talk about it all. Of course, our cruise director, it's Kirsten MacInnis. Kirsten, how are you?
Rob, I couldn't possibly be better. I am not unwell. Don't worry.
Yes. I was. Oh my God. Oh my God. A lot to break down here tonight on some late curveballs. I thought we were having some laughs. We were having some fun. Gonna come on here, talk about everybody's secrets that they revealed, and then all of a sudden we get like a very wild twist finish to week 2 of the Love Boat. Our great friend Ezra the bartender has to come in and is the bearer of bad news. Don't shoot the messenger. But Ezra the bartender has some news to tell everybody. And this was the announcement. If you missed the show, here's what happened.
I wanted to let you know that Brett is unwell, and unfortunately, he won't be able to continue his adventure here on the Real Love Boat.
Done. He's off the show.
Wait, is that the veto ceremony music they had in the background there?
You want to hear it again?
I would love to hear that again.
I wanted to let you know.
I think it's similar.
That Brett is unwell, and unfortunately, he won't be able to continue his adventure here on the Real Love Boat.
And when Ezra starts that, Brett is unwell, I'm like, oh my God, he's seasick. He's seasick. He's not gonna be able to make it to the ceremony. No, he's off the show. Jenny, gone.
I was not prepared for this.
Did he drown? Is he okay? Is he okay now?
Here's the thing is, like, we saw the preview of Brooke crying. We knew that there was going to be some sort of drama. And so when Ezra goes, Brett is unwell, I was like, okay, he ate the steak or whatever it was that they ate at the captain's table.
At the captain's table.
He got a little seasick or something, food poisoned. He's not going to make it to the sail away ceremony. Why is Brooke crying? But no, he is so unwell that he is off the boat completely.
Done.
What?
I mean, I hate to be, a downer, but like, he had COVID, right?
Well, sure. That's where your head goes. But, I kind of feel like that on the cruise ship situation, kind of feel like that one person has COVID. I think we're all going home.
Yeah,
I'm going down with the ship, literally.
Yeah.
I think that the way cruises are now is it's like, one person has COVID, we lock them away and we just monitor to see. So like this could really be and then there were none situation if there is COVID on board. What if they just drop like flies?
So are you saying that Brett is still aboard and he's just being quarantined?
It could be. I don't know.
They might have thrown him off the ship.
I don't think they do that.
You're stuck in this room. They're having fun without you. You have to stay here until you're over COVID.
I assume that's what happens. I don't know. I'm too bored to go on a cruise.
Yeah, we have no idea what the COVID protocol is. I mean, is everybody like give themselves a COVID test and they're not allowed to leave their room until they pass the COVID test? And then he didn't pass his test, so he's like grounded, has to stay in his room the rest of the cruise.
So are you saying, Rob, that Brett could come back?
No, I don't think so.
Can you imagine?
Suddenly tests
episode 6, and it's like, we have a very special surprise for you all. a new Islander / love shipper, whatever.
He's back.
Brett.
He's back.
Can
He's
I
back.
just
That's what
say,
we all asked for
Yes.
is Brett to come back.
when I see Brett's face, to me, his name is Troy. I was writing it in my notes the whole time I was watching, and then I was like, wait, who's Troy?
Well, it was truly the fall of Troy then, I guess.
Yeah. So we have Brett's gone. No card at the end of the episode. Brett made a full recovery after the show.
We don't even know what he's unwell with.
Please,
Like,
if you're out there, let us know you're alive and okay.
in the very least, Ezra, please update us. You dropped that bomb on us and left us with no follow-up.
Right.
And if you can't get a hold of us, Ezra, you can DM me on LinkedIn. It's fine. I won't block you.
DM me on LinkedIn. I mean, it was so vague. He's unwell. I mean, is he mentally unwell? Is he physically unwell? What happened?
I mean, I guess it's probably like a privacy thing. Like they're not allowed to tell us.
Oh,
But don't you
is it
sign your
HIPAA?
life away? Like, don't you sign your life away when you go on one of these shows?
Yeah. You can give us the update.
I truly don't think that anything we could have found out could have been more embarrassing than other things that we've seen. So, if he has like a weird, tummy thing, if he has gastrointestinal distress, that's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You sang for us.
Ezra comes in. Brett's unwell. Okay. All right. This throws a real curveball into the ceremony. And then, by proxy, really, Brooke ends up being the person to go home. It should have been Nicole. Then that the incredibly talented Dean comes in at the end and ends up being the life preserver for Nicole.
I saw Dean come in and I was like, oh, it's DOA for Brooke. Like she's 10 years older than him.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have any time.
Marty and Emily, but
well, yeah, but like Marty and Emily had time to talk and get to know each other.
Yeah.
I do think that Brooke has the kookiness that I think aligns a little bit more with Dean, but the dress.
Yes.
The dress.
It was yes, Dean. Why did you pick Nicole?
What is it that attracted you to Nicole?
Her dress.
We need time to get into Dean because
let's do it. We're here. Okay,
the last 5 minutes delivered. I did not foresee. First of all, I did not foresee the Brooke and Brett of it all. And then I certainly when we heard there was going to be a life preserver, I thought that they were just gonna let both of the girls stay.
Yes.
And then we get Dean, this man. Incredible. Wow.
I need to say, Dean says that people think he does not have substance. And no, baby boy, you have substance. We see it. You're good.
You're good.
So much substance.
When I tell most women that I'm a model, they automatically assume I'm a narcissist and probably don't have much substance.
Yes. Plenty of substance.
We love.
I mean, at least he's not admitting to being a narcissist. That's a step up from last week.
Yeah. We want you to deny being a narcissist.
Yeah, we did get some pushback about last week about, hey, how come this podcast is in the Hot Dummies on Islands feed? And to those people, we present Exhibit Dean.
Yep.
It's a boat. Is a man-made island, first of all. Second of all, they go to ports. They go to islands. It's an island at an island. It's a double island.
Yes.
Is Gibraltar an island? It's like a rocky island.
Yep.
Right? I think.
Certainly is thought of one by the Gibraltarians.
You know,
yes.
Gibraltarians have a saying.
Yeah. So
thankful for that.
So basically, like the last 10 minutes of the episode, really completely tectonic shift on the real Love Boat, everybody. So you up is down is up. Okay. Port is starboard. Starboard is port. So Brett out, Brooke out, Dean in.
So in. And I must say, There are two kinds of hot dummies on this man-made island. There is the Nathan kind and there is the Dean kind. And oh my goodness, give me the Dean kind every time because Nathan is not delivering anything. And Dean in his 5 minutes, I am ready. I'm all aboard.
I mean, I think Nathan is serving a lot of the same things that Dean is serving. I mean,
Dean, I'm sorry, Nathan. I thought Nathan did give us a lot in this episode.
I got a lot from Nathan in this episode.
It's a lot of nothing, which is entertaining me. Like there is nothing going on, but in the way that he shares it, that is entertaining to me. But I just think that like we're gonna get literally more out of his mouth with Dean. Like Dean has things to say. They're wacky, they're kooky, but he says more things than like when Nathan did his pick. Everyone else was like waxing poetic about the person that they're picking. They said a little thing about it. And Nathan is just like, I am going to pick. Like I don't know if there's enough words in his vocabulary. He doesn't even know anyone's name.
Yeah.
Well, incredible.
All right. We saw a lot of stuff happen in this episode. Kirsten, how are we feeling about The Real Love Boat after 2 episodes?
I mean, it's a great show. I don't see the problem with that.
Yeah.
I think that we could have had more of the ship's matchmakers in Matt, Ezra, and Paolo in this episode. I would have loved to see more of them, but other than that, I can't complain.
A lot of questions. It's a nonstop thrill ride. We have no idea what's going to happen next. Are the matchmakers actually good at making matches? Like it feels like that they actually went out of their way to, we had Daniel and Shaylin, and the matchmakers aboard the ship kind of thought that like, hey, you know what are we doing here? Why mess with it? What like it's fine, but what if we got Daniel out with Nicole and then send Shaylin out to go on a date with Nathan? That would work, right?
They have to change things up. You have to explore your options so that you know that the person you end up with is the right person. And Nicole had just told Daniel that he was her number one. And so Daniel's head was all spun around and he needed to explore that.
I think I'm going to give a shout out to my girl Ezra because I think that she actually has a good read on who has chemistry and who might be good for each other. And I will say, as per usual, I think maybe the men don't always have the best read. And I think that Matt, okay, first of all, Paolo has no idea what's going on. It seems like Paolo is like, is he their boss? I don't understand the dynamic of this crew.
He is the captain. What, Jenny? Give us the breakdown. Yes. Well, he's the captain of the ship. Yeah, yes. Captain.
Because
I mean, who's the captain's boss?
Work.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He seems, besides his little captain's table dinner, it seems to me, at least from this episode, that he's not super tuned into like everything that's happening. I guess he's busy
driving
the boat. I don't really understand how cruise ships work. Like, he has a steering wheel? I guess I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a big,
like it's a really
big wooden wheel with like the spokes on it, and he just stands there. Yeah.
Does he have a co-pilot?
I mean, who's steering the boat when he's at dinner?
I mean,
that's what I want to know.
I wonder if cruise ships are kind of like planes where they like mostly drive themselves now.
They must be,
maybe.
But either way, I don't know what he's doing when he's not, steering the ship or giving sage wisdom at dinner, because he seems to utilize like Matt and Ezra as his eyes and ears to like give him the hot goss. And I feel like, and I support this, I will, even though I'm being a little shady, if Matt wants to create chaos and stir things up a little bit, make some possibly good TV, who am I to judge? I'm happy. I think it's great that we have Ezra who actually can see good dynamics, because wasn't Ezra the one that thought that Elisa and what was his name? Michael were a good pair.
They were talking. They had the start of the episode has the 3 matchmakers just like touching base, talking about everything.
Yeah, they're kind of like us. It's like they're doing a podcast.
100%. At what point does a conversation become a podcast? I think it's up for debate. It's a philosophical question. But they're all talking, and Ezra's like, oh yeah, and like Elisa had such an amazing dinner with Michael, and it's like, how do you first of all, you weren't there, only Paolo was there, so was Paolo's impression of that dinner that it was amazing? Because how did we get here? How did she pick Nathan? I'm still scratching my head.
I am still upset about it. To be honest, like I do think losing I'm with Jerry O'Connell. Losing Michael in the first episode, I'll get him back. Like having Nathan here, I got my 1 episode out of him. It's great. Like get him out.
Yeah.
I just think that. I think Ezra sees things. I think that she's perceptive. I think she sees the vibes between people. She didn't even need to be at that captain's dinner. She knows, okay? I believe in her. But Matt is there to stir the pot poppy, and I'm here for it.
Literally king behavior. Because here's the thing. I think we can all agree that at the end of the day, the 3 of us do not give a care if these people find love, happiness, anything. We don't care what happens to these people. We care what happens on the real love vote. And I want that to be chaos.
I don't want them to get scurvy.
But that might have been what happened to Brett.
Oh my God. Give him a lime. Give the man a lime.
Do you think that he did the tequila in the red wine that he sang about, and it made him sick, which we could have called.
So sick you have to leave the show? If you miss one ceremony, you're out?
Sometimes you do things, Rob, that while they may not physically incapacitate you forever, they change you,
spiritually. Yeah, he's like, I need to get my life right.
He's, maybe he wants to go sow his oats because Brooke shamed him for having only 5 sexual partners.
Yeah. Let's circle back to the challenge. It's so weird that we didn't even get a shot of him saying goodbye. And I will say like that just from a 22-year history of like when that happens on CBS reality TV, it tends to mean that it was like not necessarily like a good ending to the story where there was like an incident. Again, we know nothing, but just in the cases where that has happened on the other shows that we follow on CBS, that tends to be that there was an issue between the contestant and production.
Well, on Love Island, this has actually happened a couple of times before it went to Peacock as well. And the things that we know are like someone had snuck in a vape pen, and so they were removed from the show, and that was when it was on CBS.
Yeah.
And the other one was someone had an undisclosed history of doing pornography, and so they were removed for that as well.
For real?
Yeah, it was wild actually.
Come on.
They removed a man because he had done like gay porn, but there was multiple women on the season who already had OnlyFans. It was like a really ugly double standard situation. But yeah, so people have been removed for really, really, really stupid reasons from love shows on CBS. Yeah. So it could be anything.
Now, I don't think that Ezra would misrepresent what was going on. She said he is unwell. So that I guess that could mean a lot of things, but that does sound like that he is having some sort of an issue.
It's broad enough that it's up for interpretation. But I almost feel like it would be better to just give us a little bit more context, because it does seem bizarre that if you're unwell, like I said, I thought it was just like you can't make it to the sail away ceremony. And that was it. Yeah. But clearly not.
That's what I say when I call in sick to work. It's like it's none of their business how I'm unwell. Yeah. I'm not well, I'm not coming to work.
Maybe that's what Brad did. He's like, you have no reason to know. Like,
look, and they said you're off the show.
Yeah. Like I feel like my average status is unwell. I'm still here for these podcasts.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, there is a like a range of unwell, and I don't really know how bad it can be for you to leave the cruise ship. I I just want to know, did they drop him off somewhere? Like this had to have been in the middle. Were they getting close to the port?
They
Like,
were on the open water, Jenny.
Well, no, because the sail away ceremony happens at port when it's time to leave someone there. So
he just got off the boat early and like, I mean, or could go
leave
find
the
him
boat at all. This is my favorite conspiracy theory. Did I get a DM clarifying from someone who worked on the show? Yes. Am I going to stop this conspiracy theory? No.
Absolutely not.
They could be
And
lying. It could be a bigger thing.
Let's talk about the first activity that we did. We got to see really for the first time what it looks like when we reach a port. We go to the Rock of Gibraltar. First off, Jerry O'Connell, incredible shirt.
He's killing it. His fashion is top notch.
Yes.
I love Vacation Jerry, you know?
Yep.
Love it.
Yep. And so we have to play a game. Okay. And the game is how honest are you going to be with your partner? Apparently, all these people gave some incriminating information in some cases to the production. They now have to reveal those answers, and they're ultimately going to need those numbers for some sort of complicated math equation. The winner will get to be the person who is, do they have a name for the winner?
I don't think so. It's just like the winning couple gets to have a seat at the captain's table.
Yeah.
And they got the keys to the captain's suite or whatever.
Some sort
I think
of
it's the Real Love Boat suite.
Yes, maybe
not a very
Brett
creative
is still in
the
there.
Boom boom room.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
They just let him stay in there.
No, he's not allowed in there. He's not ready.
He's there by himself.
Maybe he went in there and got on well.
Too soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have heard that can happen.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
I mean, I heard 21 times and you'll be of great health. So, oh wait, we're having a different conversation. Okay.
Okay. So you have to answer a question in front of your partner that could be embarrassing. For instance, Rebecca asks this question of Jerry.
For example, ask me a question, Rebecca.
Jerry, how many strip clubs have you been kicked out of?
Okay. This is an interesting question. It's very specific. How many strip clubs have you been kicked out of?
Yeah, I thought she was going to ask how many have you been in?
No.
Too many to count.
Kicked out of. Now, I was just trying to think about this. Like I kind of feel like which is more incriminating? Somebody who has been, you know what? I do not know how to act in a strip club. I was immediately removed, or like, oh no, like I've got this down to a science. I am never going to be kicked out of a strip club because I know how it works in there. I'm a veteran.
I think it depends, because I was about to say, like, I'd rather someone say they were like their number of being in the strip club was like 100 than like being kicked out of the strip club once. However, what if they were just really drunk and they didn't do anything super offensive? They were just overserved.
Yes. What if somebody
then I can look past.
What if somebody was getting a little handsy with one of the workers?
See, then I'm like, absolutely
unhand
not.
the person. Like, you're out of here, buddy.
So again, I need context.
Mm-hmm.
Why were you removed from the strip club?
Yeah.
So that really depends.
We really need Jerry to join us so that he can tell us all these hard-hitting questions.
Yes.
I really hoped there was a story there, because I was like, why is Rebecca asking this question? And then the answer was 0.
Specific. Very specific question.
They for sure got together and were like, what's the funniest question you can ask?
No. This is all, they're improving.
Playing jazz, Kirsten.
Okay.
I don't think they rehearsed any of this.
All right. So we get everybody off with their partners. Daniel and Shaylin, they have the early lead. They get this question early on.
How many threesomes have you had?
1.
2 guys or 2 girls? Like, it shouldn't make a difference, but it does make a difference.
Yeah.
Yes, it always seems to make a difference, doesn't
Problematic
it? Doesn't it,
Daniel.
men? Doesn't it? Always means something to you. I think I was feeling so good about Daniel. I mean,
he's 25, Jenny. He's 25.
Acknowledged that it shouldn't. So he checked his, you know, his toxicity there. He's like, I know I shouldn't care, but I do.
Mhm.
It's not quite as bad as being like I gaslight often, but
Mhm.
there was some
And guess what
self-awareness.
energy I miss on the show? Our resident gaslighter, Michael.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, this is why I'm toxic. Is I miss the guy that gaslights often.
Well, I mean, like, what? I don't want to date him, but I want to
No,
watch him on TV.
I want him on TV.
Yeah,
That
that's
doesn't make us
okay.
toxic.
Just because there are people that are on television, it does not mean that you endorse them. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's just okay. This is entertaining.
And to be fair, he was turning a new leaf, and I
He's
was very
working
excited to see that
on
new
it.
leaf. We'll never know.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Rest in peace, Michael. He's
We
alive,
got
sorry.
different questions. A lot of questions about cheating. How many times did you cheat on a significant other? This comes up a lot in the Jordan, Nicole, Nathan love triangle. Jordan claims 4 times he cheated on somebody.
Are we shocked?
I'm actually think that number's low.
Did he
I was
lowball it?
expecting double.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing: when you are going on a show and they start asking you these types of questions, how many people have you slept with? How many threesomes have you had? What's an embarrassing like sexual experience you've had? How many times have you cheated on someone? You need to think, why are they asking me this? Will this be used for the
Mhm.
future? And you need to decide if you're going to be honest or if you're going to be living a fake second life.
Kirsten, was that Dated and Related that we watched where then the cousins were asked how many times,
Yes.
how many women did your cousin sleep with?
Oh,
And the
that
other
was
guy
so
knew
weird.
87.
I think it was 85.
85.
But I hate myself that I even would try to correct you on that because I don't know.
Don't throw those extra 2 in. That's
Mhm.
not accurate.
I thought it was over 100 though. Actually, was it 185? I don't know, and I
Yeah, and I
don't want to
listened to this,
know.
I can't remember.
Nobody
Mhm.
correct me.
Yeah.
And once again, it's like once you get to a certain number, it's like, are you sure about that? Like, is that
Mhm.
real?
Well, I thought some of the questions, it's like, how do you, unless you remember answering the question in like the interviewing
Right.
process or whatever, some of them I'm like, I can't remember that. Like
Yeah.
how you're having to like rely on your memory of what number you reported.
Yeah. I mean, how many people have you kissed on a first date? I believe Shaylin is as 25. How many pairs of shoes do you have? 40.
Or that drove me crazy. How does she know for sure she has 40 pairs of shoes? Like, I
Yes.
don't know how many pairs of shoes I have.
I mean, I'm assuming that she just is like that is the ballpark figure that she is working with.
Yeah, that's what she told. That's what she wrote on her survey. Okay, then we get back to Brett, Brooke and Brett. Okay, Brett, how many people have you slept with?
Number of people you have slept with?
Like 5-ish.
Oh my lord. Am I potentially dating a priest?
Oh my God.
I didn't clock it in the time that he said 5-ish.
5-ish.
That
5-ish.
was
What does
what I
that
thought.
mean?
I thought that she was gonna comment on the 5-ish of it all. Like, what does ish mean? But no, she seemed to be making a commentary on the number being low.
Very rare that we see a man shamed for a low body count on these shows. Honestly, a king.
Yeah.
And
Is that why
yeah,
he was unwell? Was he embarrassed?
I mean,
Nothing to be embarrassed about. Like,
it's not even like that low of number. Like, it's not like it was like 1-ish. That would make me question. What is 1-ish?
1-ish. Yeah, 1-ish would be, that's a loaded answer. 1-ish.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
that is a loaded answer.
Is Daniel, back to Daniel. He's asked the question, how many times a week does he brush his teeth? This is very specific.
How often do you brush your teeth per week?
7. No, 9. Twice on the weekends.
Okay. I don't think
What is
that's
he doing during the week that he's too busy to brush his teeth 2 times?
Yeah.
during
If
the week?
anything, I would think that you'd be more likely to like brush 2 times on the week and then maybe forget on the weekend. It's like, oh, maybe you go out, have
No,
a couple
he's
of
not
drinks,
forgetting.
you get home, don't do
Yeah.
it before you go to bed. I'm
Mhm.
like confused about the twice on the weekends for sure.
This
Yeah.
is his he plans.
Imagine being asked that question in like the interview process or whatever through casting. Like, why? What the hell?
I just feel like if you were asked a question like that, regardless of the real answer, you just say 14 because you don't want anybody on the internet or watching the show to have any sort of like thought that you possibly have halitosis.
Yeah, you should I mean anything related to your dental health, like just give them the answer you think they want to hear. You listen, you're probably lying to your dentist anyway.
Yeah.
So what's some reality TV casting people going to, they don't care. Just tell them whatever.
Okay.
But imagine like going okay, so first of all, last week we talked about what am I going to do if there's an impromptu talent show. Now I need to be
Your worst
prepared
fear.
for questions about like how fast how fast you've driven, how many shoes I own. Like I don't know the answer to some of these questions. When am I going to be asked these in a job interview? Like, what is happening?
I
here?
actually
can
think
ask
they
you these.
cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cannot ask you
They
these
can't
in a
ask
job
how
interview.
many shoes I own.
Okay. Now, Nicole gets asked, what's the fastest you've ever driven in the car? And she says 180. Is this important to note that, as we talked about last time, Nicole is Canadian and
Yes.
she's probably talking about kilometers per hour?
Absolutely,
And it does
is
say
very
miles
important.
per hour in the question too.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, but guess what? Half the cast is Canadian, baby. Adapt.
Mhm.
yeah,
Get metric.
Yeah. Okay.
metric
I mean,
indeed.
get her in the Fast and the Furious movies. She's driving 180 miles an hour. Okay.
I think I've once driven 180 kilometers an hour, and it
Mhm.
was too fast.
Too fast. Okay.
Too furious.
And too furious. All right.
I'm always too furious.
All right. Nathan, he slept with 26 people.
It's a great number.
Good for
Mhm.
him.
Yeah. Brett
for
was 24 when he slept with one of the 5-ish people. The first of the 5-ish.
The one-ish maybe.
Yeah. And so they ultimately, Brett and Brooke get to the top. Not really sure if like everybody else's math was mathing, but Brett and Brooke, I guess they kind of had low numbers from Brett's
It's
podcast.
easier math. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Double digits.
I don't even think anyone's truthfulness really mattered here because I think the math was always going to be the barrier to entry.
Or remembering what you answered, because I'm pretty sure at one point I can't remember whose question it was. I think it was maybe Nathan answering when he lost his virginity, and he goes 18, 19, and I don't even know which number they went with. So
Yeah.
you know,
They
you
didn't
have to
They
win.
tried both.
I honestly think memory and math played into this challenge more than honesty. And also directions, because we saw Daniel and Shaylin and was it Jordan and Nicole? They were the two teams that were in the lead, and then they took a wrong turn somewhere and they got like lapped by everyone else. Like they were the ones that were in the lead the entire time. So who knew that was also going to
They
play a
had
part.
to add in an element of the Amazing Race.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I did enjoy that. I thought it was a fun little challenge.
Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah. Okay. So, yes.
I was going to say, I think it is important to think about your memory and the math here, because some point down the line in a relationship, it's going to be like, remember on October 12th, 2022, when we talked about this challenge and I said this and you said that. Like, if you get into a really bad argument, you may need to know. It could be
I hope
relevant.
none of us are arguing about this podcast. in the
Oh,
future.
I
obviously.
hope not.
Yeah.
Can never be.
I don't think I could
never
take it.
happen.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right.
two
Brett
and
and
nine.
Brooke are the winners. They're going to get the chance to go to dinner, get access to the Real Love Boat suite if they're ready for it. No pressure. And then also, Brett is going to pick first if he is well enough to attend the ceremony. He is not.
Wow, wow.
Yeah. Okay. So Ezra is back with the drinks. That our lady does not take a day off.
No.
Mm-hmm. And
I saw her like shaking just like a like I don't know what it was. Some sort
A
of
shaker.
it wasn't a shaker. It was like it was just clear liquid. And I was like, it looked like she was mixing cocktails, but she was just like spinning some sort of like I don't know, it was a jar or something of a clear liquid. I was like, is she just pouring water into maybe it was vodka,
No.
but it didn't look like it was coming from a bottle. It was just like Maybe it was some sort of simple syrup. I don't
You
know.
gotta
Ezra?
aerate the vodka, Jenny. You can't
Yeah, I
just let it
guess
sit there.
Yeah, come
Maybe,
on.
Yeah, gotta keep it fresh.
maybe the vodka didn't get aerated properly, and that is
Yeah.
also why Brett
That's
is
the
like, he's the
secret.
only one drinking the vodka cocktail.
The secret to a great martini. And
Yes.
so we get a little bit of a storyline of Nathan doesn't like cheaters and doesn't like that. I guess Nicole said she cheated on somebody.
No, Elisa. said
I'm
that.
sorry, Elisa did. Sorry. So yeah, so you have the parallel storylines of Nathan doesn't like that Elisa had cheated on somebody, and then also Nicole doesn't like it that Jordan cheated on 4 people.
Yes. And then Elisa explains like the scale of what people consider cheating. And like to be fair, she does kind of have a point because like like there is emotional cheating. There is like some people think, like certain a certain type of physical thing is not cheating. So I mean, I understand that she was kind of like, oh, I just didn't realize something was cheating, and that person felt it was cheating.
But she said, I didn't realize kissing was cheating.
Is kissing cheating?
Which
is that official?
I think if you're in a monogamous relationship where you have not set a boundary that you can have other people in your business, kissing is cheating. I'll put my foot down on that.
If it's not like like French peck on each cheek, greeting kissing.
I mean, Rob, what would Nicole do if you kissed someone?
Oh,
would you be dead? Then it's
dead.
Would she be more mad than
I
Nicole
would be unwell.
on the show?
Put it that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Unwell would be an understatement.
That
She
is
would be
the
off
test.
the show.
And yes,
Off
and
the
the
show, off
person
the
I
boat.
kissed also would be unwell.
Yeah.
Yeah, be
Not
a
good.
double homicide.
Oh my
At-
god!
for starters. For starters.
We went right there.
Okay. So hey, let's meet a new woman. Kendra is here.
Kendra
Canada!
is from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, which means
Incredible.
that there is a high percentage chance that she is a distant cousin of mine because
Congratulations.
most people on Cape Breton are related in some way or another, and that is where my grandpa's family's originally from.
Okay.
Wow.
So Kendra's here. She's looking for a bad boy.
But she's a nerd.
Got any bad boys here?
They're like, yeah, we're all terrible.
It's a boy, of course.
Maybe bad boy on the outside, maybe a little softer on the inside, kind of a bad boy Eminem.
Listen, I shade this answer, but truthfully, it's deeply relatable. Like I said this last episode, the Vetus of it all, like the reformed bad boy, it always works on me.
Just look at Phil T.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Bad boy on the
Textbook
outside.
reformed bad
Yep.
boy.
Yep. Okay. Now she also has something in common with Jordan, who's eyeing her. She is his type. They both are very into Nirvana.
Oh my god.
Here's what my note says. They bond over Nirvana. Loser behavior.
Oh.
Here's what I have to say
Don't
about
tell
it.
TikTok Nicole.
I love Nirvana. Incredible band, iconic moment in music. The fact that they were acting like it's quirky and like underground to be like, oh my god, you also like Nirvana?
Yeah.
It's like, hello, is this your first day on Earth? Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, it is a 20-year-old band at this point.
Well, it's a 20-year-old, very well-known band. It's not like it was like, oh, Nirvana just released their first demo. And
right, but I mean, these
Jordan and
people
Kendra
were. I
bonded.
mean, how were they 3 years old when Kurt Cobain died? Like, I feel like it's maybe a little bit.
I mean, I guess fair that they were like very young when Nirvana even existed.
Yes,
but I
Jordan's
think that
26. Yeah,
it's not like I don't know. It's not like some unknown like death metal, like Gabler and Ellie are talking
I was
about,
trying to
but-
remember what that was called.
When he's like, look at my tattoo. This tattoo is about Nirvana. I was just like, loser behavior. Now, I'm not a cool person and I never pretended to be a cool person.
Yeah.
But this this is also Kendra's like, I'm secretly a nerd. I like superheroes and people just need to deal with that. Ha 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 ha. Shut up. Everybody does. Like that it is no longer a unique, quirky trait to be like, I like superheroes. I'm not like other girls.
Yeah.
Go away.
It was a little pick me. It's like, not only am I hot, I am also a nerd. It's like
Nerdvana.
that is like, yeah, you're definitely catering here a little bit,
Mhm.
but I actually really liked Kendra though.
She's cute.
I thought she
She's
was
very
good.
cute.
She
Yeah.
seems like a nice girl.
She was fine. I feel like that other than this, I feel like we don't get anything else about her personality the rest
She's
of the way.
blonde though. That's how we know that Jordan
Mhm.
is it's
Yes.
it's his type, because she's blonde.
Yeah.
So that's
All
all
right.
that we really know.
All right. So we go back to, we see Brooke and Brett. They're at dinner. I feel like nothing really of note here from their dinner with the captain, right?
Okay, this is what I love though, is just trying to understand like the role of Paulo at these dinners, where he just has like a line. Like he'll just say like one little, like it's almost like Julie Chen Moonves is like sign off. Like she's like, so he's like,
Love
know,
one another.
pace yourselves accordingly and stay true to yourself. And it's like, now I'm picturing like we know that Julie Chen Moonves loves showmances. Can you imagine like if she got the opportunity to like sit in with like the showmance of the show? Like remember like in some of the old Big Brother seasons where like they'd let like two of the people that were like vibing in the house like have a date?
Yeah.
Like, you remember like Frank and Ashley's date in like BB14?
Why is
Sorry,
that
I'm
your
just, like,
first
going off the
example?
rails. But like, can you imagine like Julie Chen Moonves like walks out of like the Pandora box door and she like sits down with them and then she's like, and remember, love one another. She just leaves. Like I don't know what Paulo's point is. Like he's just there to say like a few like vague statements about love and then walks away.
Now I'm just imagining like, you know, one of the more sexually active showmances and Julie Chen being like, don't forget, you're children of God.
Oh.
Don't forget, put the stool back when you're done with it.
But first. Yeah. Is that how we get to 5-ish? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yes.
I have a question actually, because I have in my notes before this dinner that Nathan was talking to someone, to I think Kendra, about being a foodie.
Yes,
was that real?
okay,
Oh,
yes,
yes.
that's real. Let's have a Nathan
Was
segment.
she-
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
Nathan,
Kendra.
he's gonna make his move on Kendra, and he says like, hey, like there's a lot to me. I'm actually a foodie.
I'm a big foodie.
Me too. What's your favorite food?
I love like pizza, chicken wings.
Yeah, what is that guitar riff at the end?
It's like, that's not
That was
like
like-
foodie
yeah.
food.
That was like one of the noises that they used for Kyle on Big Brother.
No, it lasted too long for that.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe is there a definition of what a foodie is? Like a foodie is somebody who just eats a lot?
No, I think
I was just gonna say, like, they're just like, they really love food and like they love going new places and like trying new food, taking pictures of what they eat, getting like like new things on menus all the time, not getting the same thing everywhere. That's what my interpretation would be.
Yeah, and I think there's also like an inclination and that it is more of like an elevated thing. Like, I mean, I think everyone can enjoy pizza, and I mean, if you eat meat, chicken wings, like I don't think anyone would be like, oh, that's disgusting, get that away from me. But I think it would be more like, oh, I went to this new restaurant and they have this like new dry rub for chicken wings, or this like new type of pizza. That wouldn't be their first two examples, probably.
Yeah.
I think that Nathan, just his definition of a foodie is anyone that likes to eat food
is a foodie. Yeah.
Anyone who needs food to stay alive is a foodie.
And I think that you can be a foodie and still have your favorite food be pizza and chicken wings.
See, Josh Wiggler.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I think that there is definitely a way that you are still a foodie of proper definition, and your favorite food could be pizza and or chicken wings. But I just don't get the sense from our friend Nathan that that's the case.
No, he's ordering it from Pizza Hut. He's getting the boneless
Domino's,
wings
baby,
and a pan pizza from Pizza Hut.
Wingstop.
And posting a picture of it when it comes.
Yeah, like in a really bad picture
with like the chili flakes.
The lighting is terrible. Like you can't tell what
it's for sure
is.
Taken on a Samsung.
Yeah.
Blurry as hell.
Okay. But look, Kendra makes a big impression on Nathan. Okay. More on that in a moment. Okay. So we talked about how that the matchmakers decide, boy, like it's we gotta figure things out to get some people together, because Nicole told Daniel that she was the number one, and so but he wants to see what it's like with her. Here, all right, we got it. All right, that Shaylin is sporty. She should be with Nathan, and then we see that Daniel likes Nicole's dress, among other things too. They should go on a date.
This okay, to me this was like, okay, we want to stir things up. So Nicole has told Daniel that he's her number one. Let's
Ezra, she is known for shaking things up.
Yeah.
And thank you, Queen.
And they're like, oh well, crap, we need to give Shaylin a date. Who do we put her with? Well, she's sporty. What do we know about Nathan? Well, one, he's a foodie, and two, he plays baseball or played baseball, like the laziest of trying
he plays
to
a sport.
A sport. He must want to play basketball, which I saw the shot he made. He does not play basketball.
Okay.
But I think they were just like, oh, let's throw Shaylin a bone while we're stealing her man to go on a date with somebody else.
Like maybe she won't be pissed if we send her on a date. Okay.
I think she probably would have been better off just sitting in her room by herself, like with a tequila or something.
Okay.
She would have preferred that. I
and a red
wine. Jordan and Kendra also go on a date to get facials together, which is a very interesting first date.
I also didn't see Kendra get a facial.
I think she watched Jordan get a facial.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not taking my makeup off. I'm on TV.
Also, don't blame her. I'd be like, do I have to do this?
All right.
Is this
so
mandatory?
Shaylin goes on the basketball date with Nathan, and it's not going great. And then Nathan, she asks him about like, all right, well, who was it that you really hit it off with? And Nathan wants to tell Shaylin who it is that he is hitting it off with, but he's struggling.
The person I have my eyes on right now is dude. What's her name? I know her name. Why am I blanking right now?
Brooke.
No.
Nicole.
No.
Elisa.
No.
Isn't the new
person
girl?
he's coupled with.
What is the new girl's name?
Yeah, what is her name? The blondes. You know.
See, this is where the supposed bingo balls that have names on them, which is a whole other conspiracy that we will get to. That's where these would come in handy. If he could just be like, okay, give me the balls that were in.
He wouldn't know.
Going in.
I don't think that would help him.
Oh, man. And we still don't. I mean, we can assume that it was the new girl, but it seemed like he didn't even say, yes, the new girl. He was like, what is her name? I need to hear the name to know if that's who I meant.
So wait, do you think he forgot Elisa's name?
I don't know. I can't make sense of what this man is thinking.
I don't know. Honestly, though, it does, like, maybe he just picked Elisa because he could remember her name.
I mean, he literally said in the last episode that my brother's the smart one. I'm the dumb jock. He totally forgot Kendra's name.
Listen, he's a self-aware king. Let's give him that. He knows that. He knows what he's bringing to the table, and
he knows
it's not much.
It's pizza and wings.
It's pizza and wings.
There was a date that was also between Daniel and Nicole. They don't really hit it off.
What did they even do?
They sat at a table. I think there were drinks there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the point.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a pool date, wasn't it? Like they were at the pool.
Oh yeah.
But like they didn't get into the pool. It's like,
Yeah.
how is this any different than any of the other things they're doing on the ship? I don't know.
I can't believe Nicole is still here.
Thanks to Dean.
There has
Thanks to
been
Brett.
a big twist of fate with this episode. Maybe Dean and Nicole are meant to be together.
Mm-hmm.
I think Nicole's days are probably numbered.
No, I can't wait till next week when it's the girls' turn and Nicole is the first bingo ball and she just picks Daniel.
That'll be good.
No, they can't do that to Shaylin.
Iconic television.
Hey, Shaylin, win the challenge. Win the challenge next week. Make sure you pick first. Make sure you pick first.
Don't get lost this time.
All right. So, all right. The women are hanging out. And this is when, I kind of feel like that we should see Kendra should have been immune, I thought. New person that shows up. Kirsten, isn't that common courtesy? New person shows up.
That is how these shows normally work. The new person gets immunity for one challenge or 1 week. But
yeah, because it's like you need a little bit of time to integrate yourself, like have a proper date and conversation with like a couple people. I just think that would be common courtesy.
Well, I mean, Dean didn't need it. Dean got to pick someone within like 5 seconds.
Yeah. The issue is though that I feel like that there's no mechanism for there to be sort of like a loose electron person where like they want to end the show. Everybody's in a couple. So if you give Kendra immunity and now she doesn't get picked, now what do you do? Now you have like
what
6
is
women
this?
going
The
into
Challenge USA finale?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. A lot of people got unwell by the end of that show also.
Yes.
All right.
That's true.
So everybody is talking about what's coming up, and we see that Nicole is really hoping to get with Daniel. Meanwhile, Daniel tells Jordan that Nicole said he's the number one.
Like in front of everyone, Daniel's just like, oh yeah, Nicole told me I'm her number one. And Jordan is like his spirit left his body.
Yeah. No, this was Daniel not only like deciding that he was not going to choose Nicole, was going to ditch her and stay with Shaylin, but also like securing that nail in her coffin that she was supposed to go home. He was saying like, I don't even want the temptation, because all we heard about Daniel is that he has a better connection with Shaylin, but that his connection with Nicole is physical. So to me, he's like, I know the straight and narrow that I need to be on, and Nicole is distracting me. And as long as she's here showing me interest, this is something that is going to lead me astray. And I know my guy Jordan is a little interested in Kendra, the new girl. I'm going to make sure that he picks Kendra by letting him know that Nicole said I was her number one. Like that had to be
mastermind.
Wow, that is incredible gameplay by Daniel.
Put him on Big Brother.
Emergent gameplay on the Real Love Boat.
Wow, Jenny, that's diabolical.
I think that Daniel is that guy.
Wow,
Toxic.
He is that guy.
Because this is great. He's like, okay, well, I don't want to be with Nicole. This is not the right decision for me, but I don't want her to be with anyone else. So get her off the ship. Jordan, you're not going to pick her when you hear this.
Daniel wants to be able to text Nicole when he eventually gets dumped and be like, you up?
That's
yeah.
fact.
Yeah. I need to pack my toothbrush. It's a weekday. Yeah. Okay. So that's when Ezra comes in. We talked about the big announcement. Bad news. Brett is unwell. Hopefully, we'll get some updates shortly after this podcast on what's going on. Hopefully.
Yeah, do you think Brooke found Brett? Because she said that she was hoping to connect with him on land. So
we have no idea.
We can only hope.
Where's
they
the
probably
update,
got dumped at the
CBS?
same port.
Yeah. We don't know.
The way they did not even put anything at the end of the episode to be like, by the way, Brett is fine.
Well, sometimes they'll let them do like
Yeah.
a little like confessional type thing where they're
Right.
like, you know, I really wanted to stay. I thought that this journey was going to be something for me, but you know, things at home got really bad or whatever. Like, you know, I felt like there could have been some sort of recording, which perhaps like lend some credence to the idea that you had, Rob, that perhaps there was some sort of drama with like production.
Because
perhaps.
you would think that Brooke would have been like, what happened to Brett?
Yeah.
What do you mean he's unwell?
They
He
yada
just
yada
left.
it.
He didn't say goodbye to me.
Yeah.
That there was then now I don't think you two saw this during the episode that they did put out a secret scene that that there was a goodbye message from Brooke to Brett. This was Brooke's goodbye message.
Oh yes,
that was in her native dolphin.
I actually have been brushing up on my dolphin, so I do know
Unlike
what she
Daniel.
said there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, can you translate for me? Because I have not.
Yeah.
I'll meet you at the port for some tequila in red wine.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And then Jenny, you missed the last part of it, which was
sad face emoji, everybody.
Yes.
Okay. So we get to our ceremony. Okay, it's time to have our ceremony. And what is this called again?
Sail away ceremony.
Sail away ceremony. Okay. All right. Sail away ceremony. And we're going to have to pick the names. All right.
Our lovely bingo ball boy, Jerry, will be in charge.
Bingo ball Jerry.
Bingo ball Jerry. I mean, it's worse things you could call someone.
Do you think that like she calls them that when they go back to
Bingo ball Jerry.
Yeah, that would be bingo balls, Jerry. I think.
Get over here, bingo balls.
Yeah, never been kicked out of the strip club. Yeah.
What a good
I'm about to kick you out of the bingo hall.
Oh, 69.
That's what we're all looking for.
That's a bingo ball boy. Yeah.
Literally jail. Just
All
until
right.
we figure this out.
Marty goes up first. Quiet episode for Marty and Emily. First time we're saying their names on the podcast.
Yeah.
They're just simply going to win the season.
Yeah.
Okay.
And which means we lose the season.
Okay. Daniel picks Shaylin. No doubt about it.
I mean, he was not into Nicole at all.
Yeah, it was. I think that he was just like, "Oh, I have an option," and then Matt was like, "Yeah, you have an option, dude. Like,
You
let's
should
do
explore
it."
it.
And he's like, "I don't think I'm going to."
I don't love that this was really presented as like, well, Shaylin has a good personality, but I'm actually physically attracted to Nicole. Like, what's wrong with Shaylin?
Literally
is
nothing.
gorgeous.
She's so stunning.
Like, if I were Shaylin sitting at home watching this, especially if her and Daniel are still together, I'd be like, "What the hell?" I was like, "You're talking a little too much about my personality, sir. I'd like to hear a little bit more."
Like, Shaylin is nice, but
yeah,
Nicole,
And it's just
that
like
dress.
Shaylin is, I think,
Did you
the
see the
prettiest
plow
one
pose?
there. So it's
Yeah.
just very weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. I mean, it would be a good place for him to be like, I think Nicole is like, I'm attracted to Nicole. I think she's beautiful, but I am also attracted to Shaylin,
Yes.
and we have a great connection. She's gorgeous, and the connection is there.
Yes.
Like, you can't, come on.
And that's
These
the
guys
thing.
are
It's
amateurs.
always so bad. Like, I feel like it happens a lot on these shows where they'll be like, "Oh, I am so attracted to person A, but I just love person B's personality." And it's like, yes, compliment people's personality when you like them, but don't imply that they're ugly when you're doing so.
Or that it has to be one or the other. It's like, yeah, the point is that you're trying to find a little bit of column A and column B. That's the beauty of it all.
Yeah. Okay. Nathan, a little bit of an upset here, picks Elisa.
Yeah.
I wonder how many weeks it'll take for you to remember that Elise is on the show.
Yeah, me?
Yeah.
I think you say that I said her name wrong. Did I say her name
No,
wrong?
you got it right.
Okay.
You got it
this
right.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, first off, I am not even on the Love Boat, and I know everybody's names, unlike Nathan, okay?
Yeah, you are killing it.
You've
compared
called
to
her Nicole
Nathan.
several times.
I called her Nicole? Well, first of all, that's just a habit
That's
of
just
mine.
the name on your lips,
Any woman,
Rob.
I'm gonna call her Nicole.
Yeah.
But no, I did get the saga of the cheating storylines.
It's because there were
confused.
simultaneous.
There's a lot
cheating
going
stories.
on. I'm just
Yes.
teasing you,
Look,
Rob. It's okay.
in fairness,
you didn't do anything wrong.
this is my third reality show of the day. Okay, it's a long
You're
it's a
doing
long
great.
Wednesday night.
Rob.
I don't know what you're talking about. This comes on after Survivor.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
It's a long day.
Yeah. So do we think that this order is like rigged, Jenny, with the ping pong balls?
Yes. In an answer,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Because it feels like they did it for drama this week.
Yes. I think so.
Not
Okay, and
bingo
again,
ball Jerry. You're not accusing him of anything.
I don't think it's Jerry's fault. I think that if it has been determined by producers, then he is just an expecting participant in a larger scheme.
He's
I would
just reading the balls. Yeah.
Exactly. I would never bring his integrity into question.
Of course not.
well, I paused a couple times to see the ball situation.
Okay.
That is not a sentence.
Yes.
Oh no.
Never expected
What
to
did
utter.
you notice?
Okay, the balls, they're bouncing around, and at no point
There are on a
do
boat.
I see anything written on any of these balls. Even when they're traveling down the little ramp,
You're right. And then we do get like a super close up.
we get apparently Jerry's fingers. I don't know. I didn't study his hands when we were interviewing him.
Go
so
back,
I don't
review
know.
the footage.
But we would not see a full body shot of him pull out the ball where you can see the name written on the ball. This is my new Voto booth, by the way. This is like my new thing that I'm going to fixate on every single episode of this podcast, if there are more. But
honestly, nothing could feel more right, Jenny.
He pulls out the ball, and then it's not. We get a close shot of just fingers holding the ball and the name on it. So I just think that if this is if these balls really have names on it, when they're bouncing around in the bingo cage thing, at some point they should move in such a way that you would see some letters. There's nothing. There's nothing at all.
What if the draw is completely legitimate, but it just didn't look aesthetically pleasing, so they did stock footage of just plain white ping pong balls?
I guess, but why aesthetically did it not look good? I want to believe, I want to believe in what I'm watching here. And it is called The Real Love Boat for a reason. And I would just like to feel like there is some integrity in the ball selection here. And I'm feeling a little doubtful at this time.
Look, I think that let's see what happens. See if the situation improves. Okay,
perhaps
maybe we'll get better angles on the balls for next week.
I need a ball camera, even while if you need to do shots of the people reacting and talking to each other, I want a picture-in-picture type ball cam showing me the bingo balls at all times.
Yeah,
I want
when they do the lottery. I think they have the wide shot, and then they have an inset of the close up.
These reality shows follow the same regulations as liquor and gaming. So shouldn't they have to show the ball?
Well, they have liquor in games, so okay.
It's literally what this is. So I just want to know. I just want to trust in the process.
Yeah, trust the process.
So,
Okay, then. Finally, some drama. Jordan has to make a decision. Gonna pick either his previous pick, Nicole, or new person on the block, on the boat, Kendra. And he's gonna pick he's gonna pick Nicole. Never mind, get it? He is picking Kendra.
Damn.
This is the right pick for him, by the way. I
100%.
I fully support this.
Yeah, it wasn't working with Nicole.
I do think that Jordan and Kendra have a fun little vibe together. And Nicole, even before she saw Jordan's eyes turning Kendra's way, was already spending the whole first episode saying, Daniel's my number one. Daniel's number one. She was settling for Jordan in the first place. So good for Jordan. I can't believe I'm saying that. Sure. Great.
Yeah.
Who among us isn't settling for Jordan?
All right. And then it looks like, okay. So now we have Brooke and now we have Nicole, and we're going to throw your life preserver. And I thought, okay, great. Non-elimination. And we got rid of Brett. No. Here comes a random person. And his name is Dean. And Dean, interesting guy. He's a model. Interesting personality.
This is not going to maybe make sense to either of you, but someone listening to this podcast will know he was giving me Young Gravy vibes.
How dare you think I wouldn't understand
I don't know
about Young Gravy?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Listen, it's not like it was Nirvana.
Yeah.
It's like a slap
Jenny
in the
loves
face
gravy
to
also.
me.
I love
A
gravy.
mess magnet.
But here's the thing is like not a lot of people know what Young Gravy looks like and his vibe. And I'm just saying he has Young Gravy upside.
Well, but Young Gravy would have picked Brooke. So
yeah. He loves a MILF. Oh, I guess she's not a mom, but she's like the older.
That's Rob, in case you don't know, Young Gravy is a young man.
Oh, I thought you were going to
dates
explain what a
moms.
MILF was.
You know what? If you don't know what that is, that's
like,
between you and God.
Yeah.
Young Gravy likes the older ladies.
Okay.
Or at least, yeah.
Like Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Okay. And so he's here. He's a character. We talked about how he's looking for somebody. People don't think he has any sustenance. And he's gonna pick Nicole. I mean, was there any drama? Was there any possibility? I guess young Gravy, we know what he would have done, but
he would pick Brooke. So he says that he has a chance to say what he's looking for, and then Nicole and Brooke get to say what they're looking for. So Dean says he's looking for someone authentic and comfortable in their own body, and someone who will support him as an artist and model, and he will support them completely in whatever their equivalent of artist and model is. And Nicole is laughing in his face the whole time and says, I just want someone goofy that makes me laugh. And obviously I'm laughing. And Brooke says, well, I'm non-conventional and free-spirited, so I'm aligned with what you want.
This was so wild to me that like they I guess they, had already escaped elimination. But like the fact that they just bring this random man in and they're like, okay, you now get to quickly decide.
Yeah.
Which one of these people are being saved? Like, I thought that it was maybe going to be like, okay, like tomorrow, like he'll eliminate someone. Like he's going to go on like a half an hour date with each of you or something like that. No, like they said like 10 words each. Like,
yeah. And really, why did you pick that person? Her dress. It's like, all right, well, you lost the show, Brooke. Sorry. I mean,
what else was he going on? They barely said anything.
Listen, Brooke already made a connection. Why would she settle for Dean?
Brooke seemed pissed also.
Well, she got screwed. She had a solid connection to make it through the entire show.
Yeah.
And honestly, there was nothing wrong with her dress. Her dress was fine. She looked lovely.
She looked beautiful.
Yeah. All right, that's Real Love Boat week number 2. I mean, it
can't wait for more
crazier in week number 2.
Listen, week number 3 looks wild.
Yeah.
They're like washing each other in like bathtubs.
They're bathing each other. So that is extremely intimate.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to Marseille and like there's
Keep up the good work. We love this all the wackiness here. Keep it coming.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Bring me more Deans.
More Deans. Yeah. So I think the show's figuring out what it wants to do. So we're very happy. And maybe we'll be back with another recap next week. We'll see. Let's see what the response is to this one. Because maybe people just made the last one number 1, but we don't know if they're going to make this the number 1 Real Love Boat recap.
Listen, Rob, have a little faith in the...
What if they just checked out the first episode?
Wait. First of all, do we agree? Are we calling the listeners the shippers? Is that what we agreed on?
I don't know if
I like it. I think it makes sense, but I am open to suggestions if the listeners have another idea.
Yeah. So we'll call them the shippers for now until they tell us they want to be called something
That's
else.
a working term.
I believe in the shippers. I saw all of those big booty Judy tweets last week. And even up until this morning, people were tweeting. People loved it. And they're going to love this one. And we're going to stay the number one real Love Boat
You know, I didn't
podcast.
check the Apple Podcasts reviews. And I should have done that before we came back and did an episode here.
Oh, no.
Okay. All right.
No big booty Judy?
Let me see. Okay. So let me. Oh, that's most helpful. I want most recent. Okay. All right. So yes. Okay. Here we go. Very, very Lauren says the best Love Boat pod around. Need all three of you back each week. That was so much fun. Hashtag Big Booty Judy.
Yes, Big Booty Judy.
Yes. Okay. Here's a 2-star or the rare 2-star review about the Big Brother coverage. Look, that's not what we're here to talk about. Okay.
That's not us. That's
I don't
else.
claim that.
I mean, I guess it could be us, but it's not.
Yes. Okay. And then here's a 1-star review. Disgusting. Stop degrading Joe Anglum. What are we even?
What year is that from?
It was from like 2 weeks ago. What do we even do?
I don't know.
Yeah. And then
well, we will stop. We promise.
We didn't even mention him on this podcast. And then number 5. Okay. Please, oh please,
positivity.
Pajamas 2 says, please, oh please, let the Real Love Boat be the new podcast. I missed hearing from Rob and Jenny. If you are when do we stop podcasting for like a week?
We've been going strong.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. If you want to know if there's a better podcast out there, don't ask. Okay.
You
all right.
shouldn't ask.
Please, if you have some reviews, we got to counterbalance a couple of these 2-star reviews that are in there. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
5-star reviews only.
Yes.
Rob has website.com/subscribe and let us know your Apple podcast. And if you have some theories as what happened to Brett, please let us know. Okay.
Yeah, I would like to know. Where is he? What is he doing? Did he have the tequila and the wine and it made him sick? Did he get food poisoned at the captain's table?
Yes. All right.
Send us your theories.
Kirsten, what's coming up for you?
Mess Magnets is here. Sasha and I talking pop culture, celeb gossip, trending topics, explaining it all. That dropped Wednesday morning. And over on BoJack Horsepod, Lindsay Wilson and I are breaking down Tuca and Birdie, and we are having a really good time. And for anything else, you can follow me everywhere at Kirsten Said What.
Okay. Great job tonight, Kirsten. Okay. Jenny, how about for you?
Absolutely nothing except for I was about to call our listeners the Big Booty Judies, but I maybe shouldn't be putting that on them.
I think that might be legally sexual harassment.
I'm not going to comment on the booties of our listeners. But I'm just I'm hoping that the Real Love Boat delivers us another episode that is good, because I had a good time with these first 2, and I've had a great time podcasting with the 2 of you. What a dream this is for me, and I'm putting my full energy into this right now. Okay, I got nothing else going on. Yeah, you can see I've got nothing else to live for. Don't leave me at the port.
We cannot.
But follow me on social media at Jenny Autumn. If I'm doing anything else, I will tweet about it, I'm sure. So yeah.
All right. And then Jenny, great job. So much fun back here with you tonight, and I'd love to do it again next week. If the listeners will have us,
if they keep us number 1.
Yes, and because we're not going to be the number 2 Love Boat podcast around.
I can't handle that. Yeah, my ego can't take it. No.
Oh my god.
And check out the rest of our coverage of CBS Reality Wednesday, Survivor, Amazing Race. Not to mention everything we're doing over about the Mole, which has been very fun to have that back as well. Check that all out at robhaswebsite.com, and you can subscribe to all of our podcast links. And of course, leave us ratings and reviews on Apple Podcasts when you go to robhaswebsite.com/subscribe. Thank you for joining us. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.